looks so nice and brown because she's been to the beach.
Maybe you should put like another light above.
What's that other one? What's that Cher song? Not Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves. What's the other one? Choctaw, Half a Choctaw, something. What's it called? How does it go?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't have my notes.
There's
Half-breed!
Is that what it goes? Is that going to be our intro song?
She's a half-breed!
Sorry, I'm getting hot.
That's not the right rhythm.
Don't worry, I'll just Google it real quick right now.
Don't!
Oh, the best show ever. Look at that. Digital fire and a totem pole. Hello! 80s-rific. Or is it 70s?
70s.
Sounds like the beginning of Grease. Look at her! Told you it's Cherokee. Size -0.
Yeah. She, look at her dark sheet. It's like Amy.
Is it a word? It's 2 words hyphenated, Cher, not 1 word. Technically, if you hyphenate it, is 1 word. Isn't it? Is it? I think it is. Google it.
No, but you need to hyphenate it if you're talking about something.
You could be right. I am. Woo! I love Cher. I'm a huge Cher fan. Huge.
Are you?
Yes.
I really
These
love
tramps and thieves.
Lay the money down.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Does this look okay?
There was an episode of try to leave my hair.
X-Files where it was like a Frankenstein kind of throwback thing or whatever, but there was like Cher music all in it. It was amazing.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. I love her. All right. Let's do the damn thing. Good morning. Hi. Welcome to the Reluctant Sisters podcast. I'm trying to think of what it is. The Reluctant Sisters podcast. This is a bi-weekly-ish podcast about knitting, spinning, and sometimes other crafty things. I'm Adrienne. I'm Amy.
I'm Sarah.
And we're the Reluctant Sisters. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. We're coming to you from Connecticut, the CT.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for coming.
You and
returning. We appreciate all of you who are returning. Thanks so much for liking us. And anyone new checking us out, we hope you like us too. Where you can find us. It's been 3 weeks since we've podcasted, so just hang in there because it's going to be maybe a little weird.
We gotta warm up.
Always weird, but it might be weirder. And we just listen to Cher. I have to share that. I have to share that we listen to Cher. So we're like wound. I'm wound. I'm wound. Where you can find us. Okay, so we have our Reluctant Sisters podcast group on Ravelry, and we post our episode thread, and I post my show notes. Amy did her show notes last week, or whatever, last podcast in the episode thread. Sarah doesn't do show notes, so if you have a question, but she's very active on Ravelry, so if you have any questions about what she says, just message her in the thread, the episode thread, and she'll answer you. I am on Ravelry as Reluctant Knitter with no E in the knitter, and on Instagram and Periscope as The Reluctant Knitter.
And I am on all the interwebs as Flower Babies 3.
And I'm Sarah JG2 on Ravelry and Sarah Gautreaux on Instagram. I'm a private setting, but you can just request.
Me too.
I'm not. I'm there for all the world to see.
I don't want weirdos.
I cruise through your
post
stuff, and then I'll say, oh yeah.
Okay.
I've
Cool.
had several women looking for men lovers.
Yeah, me too.
For some reason, Flower Babies 3 comes off as...
Well, so does Sarah Gautreaux. So. Not interested.
I've been half tempted. They're pretty attractive.
Oh, please.
They have,
but they could be men too. So
they
I
have
don't know.
like 0 posts, and it's weird. No.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm open. I mean, not open to that, but like open. I'm not open. I'm just like my Instagram is not private, is what I mean. That was weird. Ooh, weird. All right.
To share. That's what happens.
That should be the title. Not open.
Not open, but like
Kind of.
I was gonna say available, but that's not available either.
Visible.
Thank you. All right. So if you head on over to our Ravelry podcast group, we have some KALs going on. The first thing we have going on is a reluctant KAL, and that is an ongoing KAL. So this installment is for July, August. This is anything at all that you're reluctant to make in any kind of venue, crafty venue, forum, whatever. Just post a picture of what you finished and why you were reluctant to do it. This is a joint KAL as well. We're also running a sock theme. You don't have to be reluctant to knit the socks, but if you do knit a pair of socks, you can enter it into our reluctant KAL, and you can post the picture in 2 posts. So post the picture twice.
Yeah, there's a couple people that haven't done that. So
yeah, so if you
check and make sure you did.
Yes, because you get 2 entries to win the prize.
And there's so many entries, I think we should have a second.
Yeah, so I think we're going to do a second prize. So the first prize right now is a felted handbag kit. We didn't bring it with us today, but there's a picture in the thread, and then we'll pick another prize because we've had a lot of activity in there, which is really great. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it has everything you need to make the bag. You knit the bag and felt it, and
yeah. It's cool.
Cute.
And it was generously donated by Sarah and Amy's local yarn shop, which unfortunately closed recently. But it was donated before that, so that was very nice.
Yeah, we'll figure out a second prize. I don't know if anybody wants hand spun or fiber. Or
yeah. So this is going until August 31st. For your reluctant things, whips are included. It does not matter how old the whip is. Okay, so our next KAL is our Rhinebeck KAL, and this is a sweater, adult sweater KAL, or you can crochet if you want to.
It's almost 2 more months.
I know. So we're going to Rhinebeck, so we're knitting sweaters for Rhinebeck. You don't have to be going to Rhinebeck to knit a sweater and enter it into the KAL.
Right.
It's going until October 31st. Oh, and we have a prize now for it. So there's not a huge amount of activity in the thread right now, but we're still a little bit out.
Heating up.
Yeah, we're still a little bit out for the end date. So the more entries we get, the more prizes we will have. We're going to get a prize at Rhinebeck as well. So one of the prizes will be from Rhinebeck. The second prize that we have, I posted a picture in the thread, was very generously donated by Betty from The Knit, which is a local yarn shop in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. So she generously donated a skein of Sweet Georgia yarn, and this is a Tough Love sock. So it's 80% superwash merino wool, 20% nylon. It's 425 yards to 4 ounces, and this is in the Canary Island colorway. So we're very excited to have this prize.
It's not quite, the yellow isn't quite as neon as it's showing.
Yeah, it's looking a little bit,
it's
more,
like a canary bird.
It's like a canary, kind of.
Not golder than what you're saying.
Not as lemony.
Right.
So we're so excited. So thank you so much, Betty. That was so nice of you. She also donated another prize, but we haven't decided what we're going to give it away for yet.
If we get a lot of entries, then maybe
we could do it in the next group.
Reluctant KAL?
Yeah.
So for the next Reluctant KAL, so the next one will be September, October. I have it with me. Do you want me to show it?
Yeah,
Okay.
we were thinking the theme then could be shawls.
Yes. So
because I have a few I want to knit, and the Not a Podcast, she does fall into shawls, which runs from September through December, so we could piggyback on that.
With that being said, double dip or triple dip, or however many things that your item fits into, we don't care. That's cool. Okay, so the next donated prize was from Betty from The Knit, and it is this Briali threads and yarn. So I don't really know what to say about it. It's
100 grams, 504 yards. And it's like three threads held together.
And it's 100% cotton.
So you wouldn't call it 3-ply.
No, because it's not like plied.
It's
Okay.
not
Ply
plied.
means twisted. Okay.
Right, I think so, but it's 3 threads held together.
I can't really. But anyway, and
It's
it's
for a light fingering, I guess you could call it.
It's a gradient.
I love it.
So this might be for the next Reluctant Cow, but I just wanted to show it. And I also post a picture of any prizes in the thread, so you'll see it when we decide what we decide to give it away for. You'll see it in the thread.
And if you'd like to donate a prize for any of our KALs, greatly appreciated.
Yes, let us know. Okie dokie. I think that was it for KALs. We also have a coupon from Heidi of the Is it Packy Knits podcast?
Packing knits.
Yeah, I think so.
Podcast,
Okay.
and then she's
Packy
packing
Knits
knits.
podcast, but she also has an Etsy shop called Packy Knits Design where she sells yarn, hand-dyed yarn, and like
Other
Needle
cozies and I
think
think
she's
she
got
progress
chapstick.
keepers. Yeah, chapstick.
I'm not sure. She's got
So she has a bunch of really fun things in her Etsy shop. So she is very generously giving us a 15% off coupon for the yarn in her Etsy shop. It's until September 1st, and that coupon code is Etsy15. So we also put a thread in our Ravelry group for coupons, so that one is listed there. And if you are a maker and you would like to offer a coupon to our viewers, you can go ahead and post freely in that thread. You don't have to tell us first. If you just want to post it in there, that's open for you. So we thank you so much, Heidi, for that. All right, so I guess moving on to FOs. Who would like to go first? Because I do all the talking in the beginning, so I like to let someone else
I guess
have.
I'll go.
Yeah, you go ahead.
If you can. I finished my breathing space by Vera Valmaki.
It looks so fabulous.
Yeah, it's comfy. It's
Should we go over just a little bit?
the
Okay.
teal, what is it, turquoise, aqua, is Lemonade Shop in the blue fluffy unicorns. You can see the shots of rainbow, and it's sparkle. And the gray is from Knit Picks, the kettle dyed. I can't remember what gray, but yeah, I like
what
it.
was it called?
I can't remember, slate or something.
Oh yeah,
it doesn't
slate
matter.
maybe.
But I used less than 1 skein of the color, the contrast for the stripes. I have quite a bit left over.
Really?
Yeah, and
Cool.
I bought 4 skeins of the gray, and I have a whole one I didn't even open, and then quite a bit of the third, which I'm surprised. I think this really looks like more than 1 skein of yarn, but I have quite a bit left. It's comfy.
Was it normally 3/4 length?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yep.
you didn't alter the pattern and
No.
like use less of that than
No.
the pattern called for?
No.
Cool.
And I'm like between the sizes, and I did the smaller size. I didn't alter it or, do cast on for the smaller and then increase or anything. I saw that some people did that in their project notes. I didn't do that.
Awesome.
I have smaller shoulders anyway, so I knew that this was going to have positive ease built into it, and so I didn't want it I wanted it to fit so it looks good. What's he gonna say about this? Is there anything else? Oh, when I blocked it, I didn't pin it at all. I just straightened it out and just shaped it right. So I could.
You didn't like heavily block it or anything?
No, I just flattened it out and stretched it into shape. I didn't pin it and stretch it at all. So I could make the sleeves a tiny bit looser.
I don't think you need to, though.
Yeah, I think they look alright. Yeah, I really like it. It's comfy.
And it'll stretch out as you wear it too,
Right.
like right in here and stuff. It stretches as you wear it probably.
Right, but if it's good on top, I don't feel like I'm
it has
getting-
nice drape to it. I like the way that it falls or
Yeah,
hangs. It looks nice.
yeah, it's good. So that is what the knitting I finished. I have spinning, but I don't know if you want me to talk about that after.
Well, it's FO, so just
Okay.
do all your FOs.
I've been spinning mojo has been crazy. I think since Tour de Fleece, it's been crazy. So I'm just going with it.
I like this.
I've had started this and it was on the bobbin, and then I had some to finish and then I plied it. So this is one of the club colorways from Highland Handmaids on the Rocks Superwash Targi. I got 334 yards. It ended up being the wraps per inch made it a fingering. I did a chain ply, It did still do
Yeah, it
some
does have a
barber
little bit of
pulling
barber in it.
because it had a lot of white in it with just hits of color, I guess you could call it. So I like it.
I like it too. I think it came out really cool.
Yeah. It kind of, I'm wondering, like, after I spin it, if it's going to match the
Knit it, you mean?
no.
Spin it.
After I spin that, I have last month's color, I think, was a purple. So I'm wondering, but it might not be smoky, like mauve-y enough when I spin it. But so I might do those together or just see what happens.
Did you say what the color was? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I don't know. On the Rocks.
Thank you.
And then I
Came out really good.
started this right at the end of Tour de Fleece, and I finished it up. This is from Into the World. It's the Merino Yak Silk. It was a club colorway. I got this on a D-stash from Sadie from the Yarnivore podcast. She had some D-stash on Instagram. It's the Eureka colorway. So I think it's 60 merino, 40 yak, 40 silk. I got 414 yards of a chain ply. You can see it's very drapey with the silk in it. I didn't bring the other color. I was in the Into the World Club for a little bit, and I have this colorway in yarn, and it's a lot lighter. But I think that's because the yak,
60-40-40.
yeah, the yak is gray, so I think that's why the yarn looks different compared to the hand spun.
So 60-40-40 is more than 100.
Oh,
It's 140.
oh,
So 60-20-20?
must be.
That's what I was like sitting here. I was like, wait a minute. I don't.
We can math. It takes a little while.
It was really,
but we can do it.
it was really big.
I'm not the smartest
Bag of
person, but I
fiber.
don't think that makes any
Yeah.
sense.
It must be 2020. I
It
don't
must
know.
be
I had
60-20-20.
But yeah, you can see that this one has a lot more drape
Yeah.
because of the silk. I also finished another skein of yarn. What was it? It was Highland Handmaids, and it was the Polworth silk. That must be what I'm thinking of, because maybe that was 60-40 wool silk. But I don't have that.
Next time.
No, you'll see it on somebody else's podcast.
You'll see it on somebody else's podcast. Hint, hint.
Yeah, what was that? Yeah, I think that's it. So I've been spinning.
Cool.
I think that is everything.
Awesome.
Well, I finished my TP shawl, which was a test knit for Charlotte Bory. The pattern will be out on August 15th. It is single brioche and double brioche,
Or two-color.
two-color brioche short rows. So it goes
It's long.
like this. So she loves scarves. She likes to wrap scarves around multiple times. It was a pretty easy knit. Of course, one color brioche is pretty easy. Two color brioche. She has, when you buy the pattern, she posts her video tutorial for short rows, two color brioche short rows. But which I watched, and it's very explanatory. Is that a good word to put in there? I don't know. It's explained good. Well,
She talked good.
she talks good. So it was interesting.
This was Amy's first time knitting brioche.
My first time knitting brioche, and it was interesting. But I like the one color brioche. I think better, or maybe I just wouldn't mind two color brioche if it wasn't with one color brioche, because it goes, the edge of the one color looks different than the edge of the two color. So I kind of don't like the way that, but that's just me. My aesthetic.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't like the difference.
Because nobody's going to look on the edge of your
Right,
phone.
and it's beautiful on.
Yeah.
It's huge, so it, wraps around. And I was thinking of, actually, this made me think, my husband loves long scarves, and the one color brioche knit up so fast for me. And this is fingering weight, so I just think he would like the squishiness of it if I were to get a dude color and just do one color.
And not increase it, just like
not increase it, just do, because it was so
Regular
fast and it's so
Or scarf.
thick without having to have like mounds of yarn on you. I used Cherry Tree Hill yarn in the natural colorway. It's 100% luxury merino.
Oh.
I think that just means you can't wash it.
Yeah.
And Rowan Fine Art, which is merino, kid mohair, and mulberry silk, and this is in the, where did I put it? Elm colorway. That's the darker color. It said to use, I got 2 skeins of this and 1 skein of this, and I still have a lot of the elm
nice.
left, and this is what's left of the second skein. So she said she didn't block it as,
Is that here? Yeah.
she was doing it under the table earlier too.
She groans.
She didn't block it as aggressively, but I kind of liked the way
You knit it. She knit it pretty tight too.
Yeah.
So she could block it a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah.
Sarah and I did Sarah test knit it and I just regular knit it. The Mina Phillip squishy shawl, which is brioche, and we didn't want to block it too aggressively because
It was already loose.
it was huge
Yeah,
and
so-
loose. So
But
she
this
could block
one,
it a little more
It
aggressively.
still has the way the back is. It still
Yes.
goes around your shoulders pretty well.
Oh yeah.
You could even like, but when she did it, she like went from one side, so it like
Oh.
wraps
off
like
the shoulders?
this.
Yeah.
Like all up in your business. So I like that very much. And yes,
Cool.
TP Shawl by Charlotte Bory coming to you soon.
Coming at you.
A few days.
Yeah, excited.
Today is
August 12th.
I don't always love to say the date because sometimes it takes me a couple of days to
Yeah.
get it edited and uploaded, but today's the 12th, so
Yeah.
just for reference.
It'll probably be out. Look for it if you're watching us on or after the 15th. And then I had my blueberry waffle socks that I started. I realized I showed them on like the first podcast I did with them. And I finally got them back out and just finished them. They're for my husband, so they look all baggy on the sock blocker. But I used Patton's Croix Route 66 colorway. And I was here when I showed them. And I did a fish lips kiss heel, and I did contrasting heels and toes. And when I did the cuff in the same yarn, it's a little more tight than it's thinner than this yarn. When I bound it off, it wouldn't stretch. Even with a stretchy bind off, it was too tight to even get barely around my foot. So I knew if my husband wouldn't be able to get it on his foot. So I just went back and reconnected the yarn and just did 1 by 1 twisted rib.
Did it fit him?
I don't know yet. He'll be home today
He'll be home today.
to put them on, and he's gonna like them.
He's in the Navi.
And he's gonna say, "Yes, please knit me more socks, Amy, because they're beautiful
Yeah.
and I love them." Actually, I'm in love with Patton's Croix because it's so thick. I think he'll really like it. I think when I said I was gonna knit him socks, he was like, "I don't wear dress socks, but this is really thick yarn, so I think he'd
Yeah,
like
it's like
it
a-
if I got it. If I did
Winter sock.
socks,
Fall winter sock. Nice.
yeah. So,
Cool beans, dude.
and I think that's it. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have one FO, and it is my Driftwood sock by Mina Phillip. I put it in my Boxo socks. So let me just show you really quick. I've been doing Boxo socks for the year-long Boxo Socks KAL by Kristen of Only Vine Yarns. Well, she's already awesome podcast. Anyways, so I put it in my sock box. It's this one. When can we show this one?
I don't know.
I know. We did a secret test knit.
I know.
I did socks and you
did
did
a
a hat too. But anyway, so I'm not sure when we can show them. But anyway, it's in there.
So
So
you're right on schedule, pretty much, huh?
I don't know actually.
You have 7 in there. So
Yeah.
if you're doing them
Yeah.
this month, then
Okay,
you'll
so
be
I'll be on
schedule.
track. I think that I might
That's 8.
Oh, is it?
That's
2,
This
4,
makes
6, 8. Oh yeah.
Yes, awesome.
You're ahead of schedule.
I knit 2 socks.
I didn't see this one.
I knit 2 pairs in 1 month, so I was a little nervous because of my other projects going on that I wouldn't. But I have a pair of socks on the needle. Whatever, it's fine. Driftwood. socks by Mina Phillip. It's in her Beyond Vanilla sock collection, part 1.
Get it. It's awesome.
Get it. So this is in Nitpicks. I can't remember any of the stuff. So just go
Koi
to my
Pond.
thing. Koi Pond is the colorway, but I can't remember the...
It's probably 80-20.
Whatever. Anyways, I knit these 2 at a time, toe up, fish lips kiss heel, I think, and a 2x2 row. And I did, so in her pattern, she has like different repeats, pattern repeats for this, and I did the 6-row repeat, in case you were wondering.
I did the 4
you
and
have
it's just as easy.
Yeah.
That's
They're
fine.
all easy. So anyways, that's what I did.
And you can, I like in there that she has that you can do different repeats.
Yeah,
for
you don't have to
each
stick to one repeat
in
if
the
you,
sock.
Yeah.
In one sock, you can just do whatever you want. So if you forget,
Yeah, just do something else.
add an extra couple rows and stick it in there, and you're like,
That's
oh, cool.
Okay, so that is all I have to say about that.
So nice.
Next, moving on to whips.
I haven't put any of these on Ravelry yet.
I am a loser. Sometimes I don't have any FOs, so
I'm just.
I'll talk about these 2 first, and then I'm worried about my last one.
okay.
So Amy's middle, Evelyn, is
A
a
fashionista.
knit lover. Every time she sees fiber or yarn that I buy, she's like, "You have to make me something with this. You have to make it. It's so pretty."
She's 7. Did we say that? No. So
She's
funny.
7. She's so cute.
You'd think she was 14.
Yeah. But she loves everything, and she's really knit worthy.
It's kind of funny too because
Yeah,
she's a little bit. She's like a tomboy, a little bit in a way because she's just rough and like she's. I don't want to say like aggressive because she's not aggressive, but she's like a tough girl and she like.
It doesn't matter who
Yeah.
she plays with. She just wants to play. And,
Yeah. So even since she was like a baby, she would like, fly off the couch and bash her head and all kinds of crazy things. But she's really girly girl when it comes to colors.
She'd wear army boots with her tutus.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah.
how she is. She doesn't care.
So she loves knitwear.
Yeah, she loves
And she
everything.
appreciates it.
Yeah.
She treats her stuff good too.
Yeah, she's...
Not her parents, but
So she...
if we tell her to be careful, she'll be careful.
Yeah, I told her that I would knit her a sweater, so we went up in my room and I let her feel different sweaters with different weights of yarn, and so she picked fingering.
Of course.
And then she liked my Mama Vertebrae pattern, and in my vertebrae, I put these little eyelet easy lace in mine, and she liked that too.
It is so cute. I
Yeah.
love the colors.
So we looked on Knitpicks, and she picked this yarn. It's Chroma Fingering in the Lupine colorway. I have 2 skeins. This one got like tore up in my bag. So that's what she picked. I don't really like love this yarn. I didn't even notice that it's not superwash, but that's fine. Amy knows how to hand wash knits. And it's a single ply.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's fine, but sometimes it feels like it untwists a little, and so it's really splits easy, even with not sharp needles. But it's coming out so pretty. I'm gonna try and match up the sleeves, the color for the sleeves.
It looks really cool.
Yeah,
I really like
and
it.
she loves it. So
And she tried it on the other
Yeah.
day, and it fits. So
I think I'm halfway with the length. I might make it longer. I'll have to try it against her because she's pretty tall.
yeah,
So
long
that's
torso.
that.
No, she picked she wanted a light sweater because in the wintertime at school they can get chilly at school, or if it's a not so cold day like we have sometimes,
Yeah.
but they don't, oh well, you have to wear your coat outside and it's too hot to wear their giant winter coats. She likes sweaters to be able to put on under her coat so she can say, oh, I've got my sweater, and
Yeah.
they let her wear that outside.
Yeah, so she liked it. She
I was too hot and sweaty and they wouldn't let me take my coat off.
Oh, me.
There we go.
Well,
So
they have responsibilities.
that's that.
Yeah.
These are my next work in progress. These are for my friend. I tried these. I tried these a couple times with to make myself, but I don't know. And I never do vanilla socks, but I'm just need it to be vanilla. This is Regia.
Oh,
I bought it a while ago.
I like it.
The design
Yeah.
design line, calf facet design line. So it's color number 02900. I think I got it from like hotyarn.com or something. And so I have 2 skeins because they're 50 gram balls. So 2 up on 2.5 millimeter Addy sock rockets. I guess if anybody's wondering why I knit so many socks for a friend, this happens to be the same friend. I swap socks for massages every month. But I've knit her so many, and this is kind of like a thin, not oak tag, but it's like a thick paper as opposed to like cardboard. So I had to like laminate her foot because it was getting so.
So how many pairs of socks have you knit her so far?
I think this will be number 8 this year. But I get a massage once a month for my fibromyalgia, and so I had knit her a pair of socks before, and then she was like, "Oh, I was thinking."
I love bartering. It's the best.
That's fine, yeah. Now my last one. I don't talk about it.
Let's talk about this.
This is my hand spun Rambouillet Corriedale cross that I got 2 pounds of the fleece from Emily of the Fibertown podcast. She said that she had too much and she wanted to, if anybody wanted it. So she had already washed it, and then I flick carded the locks, which is just brush the ends to open them up. And I just spun it from the lock because it was going so easily. This is the start of the Rosemont cardigan by Hannah Fettig. And I like it, but for some reason
I was gonna make that I was looking at making that for Rhinebeck.
Alright, so So it's just an open cardigan. Goodness. Get smaller. Anyway, it's just an open cardigan, just plain, which I wanted because I didn't think you'd be able to see a lot. Because the yarn is so dark. Ooh.
Having technical difficulties today.
Alright. But now I'm like, do I want...
What's better?
I don't know. Do I want a big brown cardigan?
Big brown cardigan. I'm not a huge fan of brown.
I don't
like
usually
this
chocolate
gravitate
brown
toward brown.
is my favorite color of wool, natural, undyed. It's my favorite. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know what my problem
Maybe you
is.
should put some color work in it.
Right. Like, do I need like
a big brown cardigan?
You know
that
what?
should be
You
the
should
title.
take-
Do I really want a big brown cardigan?
You should take.
But then look at this one. Look at this. It's the Dirty Martini. And since I'm kind of obsessed with Sadie from the Yarnivore podcast, she just made one with hand spun. It was like 5 different braids, and it looks so good. I don't know if I want like striped sleeves. It didn't matter with hers because hers was all striped because it was all the different braids blended together. But so I don't think I would do that on the sleeve, but I like that little design feature on the bottom. I don't know. And then this is like garter stitch. What are you doing? Looking longingly in each other's eyes.
Yes. Could you see it on the thing?
Yeah.
No, you just saw my side.
I can't.
No, I could see you, Dream.
Because I can't see myself. I'm being blocked.
I don't know.
You know what you should do? You should look up the chart for the bobble hat and do little sheep across the bottom.
Do sheep.
Little sheep. So
That
cute.
would look cute, but I don't know if I'd...
Then where would she wear? I mean,
I
then
don't
she'd
know if
have
I'm
like
that
this
type of
cardigan
girl.
with sheep on it that she might
But I
not
kind
wear.
of like
It's a
whatever
big
this...
brown cardigan with sheep on it.
I kind of like the bottom. Maybe I could just put that on the bottom of this.
You know what
This
I
little
liked?
detail.
I
With,
liked
like
that
white wool.
cowl that you did. What was that cowl that you did that I was like obsessed with? And it was like navy and white.
Oh, yeah.
The diamond.
I could do that.
I
on
liked that.
the bottom.
And that would look nice with cream.
Yeah, I have a little bit of this wool. It had some white in it, and I did separate it into like mostly brown with white, brown and white, and then all white. But what is that?
You should do that.
Patiki?
Yes, Patiki.
Let me show you.
I
this.
loved that pattern, which I should do, but I think when it gets a little bit warmer, I'll be more motivated to do it, but I want to do it really bad.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I was
Please tell me what you think because I can't decide.
Okay, so Amy votes. Oh, we should do a competition. Amy voted sheep from the bobble bobble hat.
Bobblehead.
I vote Patiki
Petite
pattern.
detail on the bottom
Yes.
of the cardigan. That's this.
So let's see who wins, and we're gonna
I don't know.
compete for something really high stakes.
I do have a whole 4
Bragging
ounce-
rights.
I do have a whole 4 ounces.
I love it. Do it.
Of Gulf Coast in the
You're not being fair.
natural cream.
You're like the Donald Trump of knitting right
Do
now.
it. She's not gonna listen to me just because I'm screaming at her.
So I don't know, but I do love the color. I'm just trying to, I don't know if I want it that plain anymore, or we'll see. I have 1,100 yards, over 1,100.
I think
Maybe
sheepies would be
1,300.
cute, but whatever.
I think the sheep would be very cute.
I like the Aran weight.
It's Aran weight.
Well, it doesn't look like it, but when I like the Aran weight gauge of that, so that's what I'm working on.
Right. Intéressant. Moving on. Amy Lynn.
They're not
You're
very
kind
big.
of like off the screen.
Me? Well, because I don't want to sit on.
Just sit on my lap. I don't understand why you don't.
Move over.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
This is good.
I was
I
just
don't know
leaning
why you
over a
don't
little
want to sit on my lap.
because you're sweaty.
I'm just sweating.
Okay, so I am doing Gravel Socks by Mina Phillip. That's also in her Beyond Vanilla Volume 1. You can't. It's just more texture to a vanilla sock, pretty much. And I am doing them in a Zauber ball. It's
It's like dots, pearl dots on the pattern.
Yeah, it's edition 6 in the English. I'm assuming that says English Garden
Oh yeah.
colorway. I like it, and I just wound it into two little balls, so I could do 2 at a time. I'm gonna do toes.
Why are you doing on zeros?
Because I don't have a ton of
Oh,
ones. I have a bunch of zeros because.
did you go up to 72 stitches?
Yes.
That would make me crazy to have that many stitches.
I'm doing the heels, toes, and cuffs in. It's just my first Regia in the little pink.
Cute.
And yeah, I think it's coming out good. Oh, you can see it better. You can see it better on a camera than I can with
Yeah,
my
it
own
looks
eyes.
really good.
It's neat. So it's just a little extra bump for you, so it's not
Oh, yeah,
boring.
you can see better in camera.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So I'm liking it. Yes, I'm liking it very much. I have a bunch of zeros because when Mothers of Pearl went out of business, they had a bunch of their Addies were $5, and they didn't have like 1s and 2s, so I just bought a bunch of zeros.
So a lot of people don't like the gold.
I'm not a huge fan of it. They're kinky.
Yeah, it kinks a lot.
And well, I've never had that problem before, but on this last pair of Addies that I bought, I can feel it, but I don't care. I'm
yeah.
less worried about the cord than I am the slick needle.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta talk about this.
So anyway, a lot of people don't like that because it kinks.
You get
Just
little
so you know.
bends in it, but it doesn't.
They were
affect me.
$5, so I have an extra pair of soft needles.
So listen to this. I got
Listen, hear
Chow
this.
Gu. I was knitting this on Chow Gu red lace, and I'm knitting it, and I feel this little scratch, and I'm like, what? And I'm knitting it, and then I look, and it broke right at the needle. And I was thinking, oh, these might be a little sharp, but I don't think it matters how dull, whether or not you're going to split this yarn. Ah! So I happened to have, I thought I only had 16-inch of these, but I happen to have the bamboo size 2. Oh, I didn't tell you, size 2. 2.75? Yeah, that broke.
So now what? Well, Chow Gu.
I've had them for a few years. 2 years.
I would
3
message
years.
them just to ask.
Do I mail it back? Can I have another one? I have had them for a little while, but I'm like, but yeah, it was like a minor freak out of like, please don't drop down and whatever. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. I had to share that tragedy
I think I shared it.
when knitting
with these.
attacks.
I think you did.
Oh, it's in my Stitch by Jessalou bag with the crabs.
Crabs.
I got the crabs, so.
She got the crabs this time.
And then
She's not open.
not
just enough
that
to-
open, just enough to get the crabs.
Crabs.
Which is not that difficult.
I wouldn't know.
Okay,
Me neither.
Moving
Mom
on.
of Vertebrae by Kelly Brooker. I have gotten, when I was
here I last spoke to y'all, I had almost gotten to split the sleeves. My little stitch marker. But I have done all of this. I'm doing them on 2.5 millimeter rockets, and it's in the Sweet Georgia Deep Cove Tough Love sock. And that's beautiful, and I'm excited. I even tried it on, and it fits real nice. And yeah.
So she didn't alternate skeins.
Can you see?
And you can see.
You can.
But
This is what I told
care.
her.
I don't care, really.
Good.
See?
Okay, so this was my idea. Did you bring the other one, the 5-pack? Okay, so she also bought this when she bought the Deep Cove. She bought a party of 5 in the Sea to Sky collection. She was thinking about possibly doing stripes maybe on the bottom of the sleeves or the bottom of the sweater or whatever. I said, if you do stripes at the bottom of the sweater, I don't think that it will look, I think it'll look more intentional having that line of demarcation.
And it's
So
not
I said-
even really looking at it. I can see it, but it's not terrible. Like, it's not like it's a completely different color.
You
I
might
don't
see it
mind
more than you think when you knit a whole big thing of it.
Yeah, and then you go to your next skein in it.
It's another color.
It doesn't matter.
It'd be like a dark stripe. Some people
So-
don't care.
I wouldn't like it.
I don't-
Can we move this forward a little bit?
Yeah. I don't care what other people wear. I wouldn't be like, oh my god.
Right.
If it was me, it would, for my personal sweater, it would make me crazy, and I would have alternated from the beginning, just because it's me.
Yeah.
But
I'm
if
not
somebody
sure.
else wears it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't bother them. And
Now-
but I don't think, oh, they look stupid. I would.
My question to you is, Amy,
It would make me crazy.
looking at it now and it doesn't bother you, next time do you think you'll alternate skeins or you don't care enough?
I wouldn't.
Like if you had to do it over, would you alternate skeins? Even though it doesn't bother you, would you alternate skeins if you had to do it over?
Yeah. I don't mind alternating skeins. I just had started it and I didn't care.
Right.
And when I got down to it and I started working and I said, oh,
I guess
it
you can
does look
see.
different.
Still doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me to
But
change it.
doing it over, you would.
I would have done it. I would do it in a shawl.
Okay.
I think too, if it was me, because it bothers me on my stuff, I would pull back until you changed skeins. I would pull that all the way out. I wouldn't take the whole sweater out. I would take out to that change, and I would start alternating from there.
Oh, right. I see what you're saying. But you don't have to.
But you can do whatever you want.
And a lot of times people have a thing, like, for
you
example,
know what I mean? Pull out that much and
No, I
start
know.
alternating from there.
I don't like to wear brown and black together. Like, they're both neutrals.
No.
They're both neutrals, and you can wear brown and black together. It looks fine. I don't like doing it. I don't do
But
it.
it's only 2 inches instead of the whole thing.
When I see other people wear brown and black together, I don't even think about it. I'm like, oh,
But
I don't
what
even think
if
about
this one's just as dark?
it. So it's weird.
But what if it's not?
But then when you're,
'Cause then you have a
but here's the
stripe.
thing.
But
so
a
you
lot
just
of people
pull out,
don't
like,
care,
here.
and they
No, it's
wear
right
it
here.
anyway.
No, I know, but just pull this out here, and then start alternating here. Is what she's saying.
No, that's not
she
what I was
said
saying.
right
Oh.
from.
Pull it back to the
alternate
to
the
the-
other one.
alternate it with the other
new
one.
ones. Because what I was thinking is if you pull back to here and then you
Yeah.
start alternating this, then keep working on this, and when you're almost done with this one, start alternating the next ones
Some people do that too. Alternate for an inch or so before,
before they run out. So it's another option.
or you could do both. Start alternating.
Or I could just not care.
Or you could just not care.
You could pull back, like Adrian is saying, and alternate it, and then still alternate it when you run out.
Yeah. When you run out of this one, start alternating this one with the next one. Or don't.
Or don't. People don't care.
And-
And
yeah.
that cardigan has no fronts, so you won't see it on yourself.
But like I said, if you just don't care and you just want to keep going the way you're going, I think if you put the stripes at the bottom, it would look a little more intentional. Or
I could pull back to, like, right before the row I do, and put a stripe in,
ooh,
Yeah.
you could put a
You could
stripe
do
and
in.
anything.
start the next.
It's just preference, but
Yeah, there's lots of
goes
options.
This goes to show you, if you're not aware, hand-dyed yarn, even
It's different.
if it's the same dye lot,
Yeah.
can look different. because those are the same color. I don't know if they're the same
Even if
dye
it's
lot.
the same skein. So let me show you this. So
Oh,
I can't
yes,
I can't show you the
yes.
front because it was a secret and I don't know if I can show
Even if it's the same skein and you knit from two ends of the ball.
So this is junk yarn, which I love, love, love. And I knit two at a time, so I wind from one end halfway and then I wind from the other end halfway.
She doesn't cut the ball.
I don't cut the ball.
I only cut the ball if it's self-striping
Right.
because I like my socks to match.
Yeah, to match. This is the same skein. Oh, you can't really tell. This one is much darker than this one. And
can
it's
see
the
it.
same skein.
Yeah, and there's obviously more red.
Yes.
Now, I tried to do that with a skein, and it was so different. It was a speckled. It was so
Yes.
different that it looked like different colorways. And it made me so crazy because I'm the freak that wants her socks to match.
Right.
That I pulled it out and knit a hat instead.
So, if you're knitting...
But that's what's nice about knitting. You can do whatever you
If you're
want.
knitting a one skein shawl out of a hand dyed, it doesn't matter because by the time you get to the end, the variation is so gradual that you really,
Right.
it doesn't look like anything. If you're knitting socks, for example,
And if you had cut the yarn
yeah,
instead of going from two ends.
maybe. But if you're knitting socks, they don't match. So anyway, that is that. That's for your sweater. So you have lots of options, or just keep going where you're going.
And do whatever you
Don't
want.
care. No one's making you.
Some
No
people-
one's asking you to care.
I'm just a weirdo. I don't care what other people do though.
She's gonna point it out when I'm wearing it.
No, she
No,
won't.
I won't.
You
I
can
won't.
see it right there. See when she should have alternated skeins. Do you see that?
No,
she
she
should have
won't.
alternated.
I won't.
I'll
point
be
it
at
out.
Rhinebeck and she'll be like,
No,
No, she
I would
won't.
not. I would
"This
never
is
do
why
that.
you alternate skeins, people."
No.
I might think
I'm going to use you as
that's
an
why you
example.
alternate. I might think that. Oh, I would have alternated, but I wouldn't say, "Oh, that's
I
so
would've alternated.
ugly. You ruined the sweater." I would never think that or say that.
No, and it's going to be a beautiful sweater no matter what. And it's a
Yes.
beautiful color.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful color. Know your colors and know your fabrics. I flipped it around. I'm supposed to know fabrics. and
What
colors.
is that from now?
Mermaids.
Oh, okay.
Because we're
That's what I tell all my little girls. Sorry. We're movie buffs. Yet another Cher
Cinephiles.
reference. I
Okay.
love Cher.
Mermaids.
Moonstruck.
Moonstruck. Yes.
Tony was. I had it on, and he goes, "What are you watching?" I go,
Yeah. Her
Moonstruck?
husband had never seen Moonstruck. It's a sin.
I was
Sean's
like, "How
never
could?"
seen
And
it
he
either.
goes,
He
"Well,
needs
I'm not."
Cher.
He goes, "I don't watch chick flicks." I said, "Somebody owned Serendipity when we got together, so and it wasn't
Yeah,
me."
but I don't think Moonstruck is.
And he told me I needed to watch it. No, Moonstruck. I said it's got Nick Cage in it.
It's got Nicolas
can't
Cage before he
call
got his
it a chick
teeth done. I mean, hello, it is like epic. Come on.
Yeah.
Snap out of it.
Should we have a list of must-see movies?
Yes.
To Kill a
In a little bit.
Mockingbird,
Moonstruck.
The Godfather,
Mermaids.
and
You know,
chronological
want to hear a
order.
confession? True confession
Godfather.
of a reluctant knitter. I've never seen The Godfather.
You've never seen it
Neither
either?
have I.
Ugh.
And you know what else?
I could repeat it verbatim.
Okay, so let's get
I've
together
seen
and watch
Scarface.
Godfather.
Never seen that.
Scarface is good.
I also had never seen Jaws until a couple of years ago.
Wow. I had never seen any of the Star
I
Wars
saw it when I was
movies
little, and I
until-
shouldn't have watched it.
Yeah. I've never seen any of the Star Wars movies until our brother came along, so I was probably
Yeah, but-
20.
And I still
But
didn't see
in my 20s.
I still didn't see a completed Star Wars until the recent one.
Maybe until 25,
Wow.
because I was 17
Right.
when our brother was born, so he watched them pretty young, because they're not like violent or anything, so I was probably 23, 25 before
Well, I
saw
didn't watch
any
Star Wars until less than 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
And my baby, my 4-year-old, is in love with Star Wars, and her favorite character is Darth Vader,
would be.
What does that tell you?
which
about-
she calls Dark Vader, and she has a Pez dispenser, and she runs around with him.
I can't even begin to talk about this 4-year-old. She's the most amazing creature ever been made.
I don't
and
need boys. I have Evelyn and I have
just love her.
Charlotte.
I just
A Dark Vader? A Dark Vader Star Wars.
go back to a couple episodes ago because in the end I put like a little snippet of a podcast with her. Sock Blanks! I love Sock Blanks!
She's
Sorry,
she's
we're getting on a tangent.
unbelievable.
She's amazing.
You should see her at the grocery
All because
store.
they didn't alternate schemes.
I know. How did we get here?
Tangent.
Whoop.
Favorite word, tangential.
Okay, my whips. I have 3.
Wow, we still haven't got to your whips.
I know,
That's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
good. All right.
She can
I have
edit.
3.
She'll edit.
There's 3 kind of whips. That's from Moonstruck. 3-kind of pipe. Okay, so my first whip is my cobblestone socks, which I haven't made very much progress
Costs
on.
money because it saves money.
The wife, she got it. The man.
We could do like a
Her
whole
name
movie.
is Heart. What?
What?
The lady's name?
The girlfriend?
No.
The mother.
No.
No, not the mother.
The pipe lady.
The pipe
Oh.
wife. The
I
pipe
think we
wife.
should listen to him, Heart. You didn't hear him say that?
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was like a term of endearment.
Well, it's weird either
Let's
way.
hope so, 'cause
It's weird either way. Sean, don't call me Heart. It's
Neat
weird.
cortisone.
Anyways,
Okay.
this is also from the Beyond Vanilla. We're obsessed with this sock collection, by the way.
Because it's
Beyond
nice
Vanilla.
and easy.
It's the best.
But gives you a little
Cobblestone.
I love that.
So this is what it is. And I messed up right here. I did too many repeat, like whatever. It doesn't matter. You can't see. So anyway, that's that. I'm knitting this on Addy Turbo Sock Rockets, 2.25 millimeter. And this is on Zauberball Das Original in the watermelon colorway. And it is single ply and 75% superwash, 25% nylon. Okay, so I balled it up into 2 balls. This is what it looks like. So they won't be matching. I don't mind. I think it's fun. Okay, next.
This is a girly watermelon. I don't think I'm going to make Cedrone this kind of watermelon sock. I want to
What's
get
drone?
this boy in our
in our kingdom hall. He's obsessed with watermelons, and so I was going to make him.
It's pretty
going to
girly.
be 16, so
Yeah.
You
I
should
can
get
make him
that-
socks without worrying about whether or not he's going to grow out of them. And I wanted to get that stuff that
Yes.
Chelsea from
Legacy
Legacy
Knits.
Knits.
Yeah.
It looks like a watermelon with the seeds
It's got
and
seeds
everything.
in it.
So I think I want to try to find that and
Yeah.
make him some. I'll have to be all secret squirrel and ask his mom his foot size, which she's going to think I'm weird, but
Whatever. Next. Surprise.
It should be like, oh, those are nice shoes. What size do you wear?
I think I might have some old shoes from Tony.
yeah, because he wears dress shoes. So
They don't know that. They don't know him. You don't know my life.
They know him
They don't know his life. Vanilla socks.
and they love him. I think they like him more
Also
than me.
on Zauberball. So I'm knitting these 2 at a time tandem. So the stitch markers are where I was last time I showed you. I got some progress done yesterday on them. This is Zauberball in Cafe Flare, but it's the same as the watermelon. I'm knitting these on 9-inch circulars. And it's going. I'm getting used to them and they're fine. I'm going to keep them and I'm sure that I will knit socks on them again. I'm not sure it would be like my go-to, but I like them. It's fine. The yarn I like, but it transfers to my hands really bad, like really, really bad.
So when you block, you should put them in vinegar
Oh, thank you.
to help set it.
Thank you. So these are for my husband. And I did Mina's German short row heel for this one, and I really enjoyed it a lot. That's that. Next.
More than Fish's
Husband socks.
kiss.
Did you say that?
Yes, I did. I don't know if I like it more. I like it as much.
Okay.
I think it's easier. I mean, it was easier for me to remember. I had to look at it less.
Okay.
But I like it. It's fast. Next is my Rhinebeck sweater.
Excited to see it.
My first sweater ever, which I'm calling my Rhinebeck romance.
I'm surprised that you picked that sweater because it looked
Complicated.
harder. Not hard for your first sweater, but
Oh.
just not
It's an
easy peasy.
It's an open cardigan. It's the old romance by Hoagie Locatelli. So it's my first Hoagie Locatelli pattern as well. And I'm knitting it out of closer Knit Picks. So for my first sweater, I decided I would do something a little more affordable because if I royally screw it up, I'll be less upset.
It's nice and soft though.
It is soft. So the main color is Stroll Tweed, and it is the Flagstone Heather colorway. And then the sleeves are, it's just like a little
Lace
lace panel, is Stroll Fingering in Dove Heather.
So you knit the lace and then pick up on the side.
Yeah. Yep. So I'm really, really loving it. I'm enjoying it. So now I'm on the however many rows of stockinette, which is super fun. So this is like upside down. So this is like how it goes. So the sleeves will be down my shoulder like this.
Oh, it's really soft. Good grief.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm really excited about it. And the sleeves were, the lace was easy enough. I don't think I had any kind of issues with it. What I do have to say is if you decide to get this pattern, so you cast on a certain amount, stitches, obviously. And then you're doing, each row is like a different pattern in a big long row repeat or whatever. Now, you get to a point because of your yarn overs, obviously there's yarn overs, so I'm not giving anything away. Yarn overs and your decreases, like your knit two togethers or however it is, don't always on every row even out to your initial cast on. So there were times where I thought like I might have messed up a little bit, and so I went ahead because it's only 20 something whatever cast on, so it's not like it's not like counting 100 to make sure that I still have the, I didn't mess up. But there were parts where I thought I messed up, and so I counted, and I was like 2 or 4 off, and I was like, oh no, now what? Until I realized that on your next row, you decrease the appropriate amount. So whatever. And then this is like a picot edging, which the first time I ever did picot, it wasn't right. Sarah was like, well, you messed this up and your picot's wrong. It was on a shawl. So anyway, and that went relatively quick. I should have knit them because I got 2 balls, which I only needed 1 50 gram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow,
so I only needed 1 50 gram for the, and I'm knitting this in the extra large. But anyway, I only needed 1 50 gram, but I bought 2 because just in case. And so I should have done these 2 at a time. Since I had 2 balls. But I didn't. So it kind of was like, meh, now I have to knit a whole other one. But it was fast enough. But I'm really liking the colors. I'm really liking the tweed.
It's soft.
It's going pretty well. I already did the short row increases for the shoulder shaping. Was fine. So we shall see. But I'm very excited about that. Done with my whips. So next we, I guess, move on to procurements.
It seems like I have a lot, though.
I have a lot too.
Stuff. No, I guess it's not as bad as whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm trying not to buy because Rhinebeck's coming along.
Yes.
So I'm trying to save up. So
now this is where the crackdown on the diet begins.
Yep. So I just got these 2 little 50 gram balls from the knit right after our last podcast. It's 160 yards for 50 grams. This is color 1022 and 1000. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but they were cute. This
I like heathered colors.
Yeah, Kenzie from Haiku from New Zealand with Love, and it has 50% New Zealand merino, 25 nylon, 10 angora, 10 alpaca, 5/6 silk noil. It's really cute, soft. I don't know what to make, but I thought it was cute, and I kind of felt a tiny bit obligated to buy. I don't know,
Because she was so nicely donated.
Yeah. All right. This is 2 ounces of Cormo. I've never spun Cormo before. This is from Classy Squid Fiber Company on Etsy. Amanda, right? I love her. She got this fleece. I'm not sure if she got it from Rhinebeck or not. She hand processed the fleece, so washed and then put it into a bat. And she had some that she had mixed, and if it's a wool that I've never used before, I want to try it plain. So this is just 2 ounces, but it's so soft. I've heard about Cormo.
This has a cotton ball. A wet cotton ball, because it still has like
a little bit of lanolin, which is
yes.
awesome to spin. It's but
oh, is it?
Yeah, because it has the tack kind of holds it, so you don't have to worry about it like slipping out of your fingers, and you can just kind of stretch it. Ugh. Really?
I'm a big fan of that color.
I know. I love the dark. I don't know why, but I would have bought it if it was white to try the Cormo. I am kind of a little browned out after doing that whole sweater's worth, but I do love it. Maybe I'll do a hat. Like color work and a hat. I don't know. Anyway, I love it. It's beautiful. Excellent.
Sheepies.
Excellent
plus.
Yes. I pre-ordered this a couple months ago, I think. This is the Fruju colorway from Highland Handmaids. She did this colorway as a, what do you call it? Fundraiser. When Wendy from Fuju, what does she have? She has a Sassy Pants Knitter podcast. She was diagnosed with hairy cell leukemia. I think it's almost 2 years ago now. She did this colorway as a fundraiser for her. It's kind of labor intensive to dye. So when I saw that she had pre-orders up for this, I jumped on it because I regretted not getting it before. This is her new speckled alder sock, 90% superwash targi, 10% nylon, 460 yards. I can't believe there's 460 yards because it is just so plump. I love targi. It's one of my favorites. I love the squish of it. But I had to take it out to look at it. It's half black and then half rainbow. I love it. It's so
Nice.
squishy. Feels squishy.
Feel it. It's squishy. I can verify that.
And
That's
then
another movie.
what? Yeah.
The Out of Towners. The original.
The first one.
With Jack Lemmon. And I don't know her name.
Are you saying it to me?
I'm saying it to my viewers.
Everybody should have gotten.
You're leaning over. I was like,
You're not the only one here, you know. It's not all about
Everybody should have gotten their club from Highland Handmaids already. This is under Lock and Key. This is Mixed BFL, my club.
Yeah, it's like a little bit brighter than like burnt sienna or something. I like
Yeah,
that.
because it's like I can't decide if I love it or if I'm like it's too orange for my complexion. But I'm sure it'll change with the
Yeah,
pink. The
can
pink
see
will
how it
change up.
spins up.
But it's got, you can see the strips from the darker targi. I mean darker BFL. That's what they mean by mixed. And, ooh. Oh, I bought this because I didn't want to buy yarn, but I needed to buy myself something.
All right.
You like that?
Yeah.
Good justification.
Oh, who did I get? Dyed in the Wool on Etsy. Look at it. It's a little notions case. It came with, I think, 12 different stitch markers. It has all these different little doors. 4 right here, 1 right here, 2.
I know. I feel like I need to get a new notions thing. I feel like mine's just too small.
Yeah, I just want to show some of the different. It's got. I put some of my own in here already. It came with like 12 stitch markers, and then I bought another pack. She's got a little variety pack. Maybe you can try that. But like, say some you can't even see it. Triangle. Hanger. Whatever. Take my word for it. Triangle.
Hold on in front of this.
Hexagon. It's
Nope.
too little. Whatever. I don't feel like getting up again.
It's a triangle and a hexagon.
Circles are some of these
Circles.
little rubbery glow in the dark,
there you go.
which is funny.
Glow in the dark. That's
yeah.
fun. Knitting in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Mina. Know where your stitch marker is.
It's got some of these
Oh, I like those.
coilless
Safety pin things.
safety pins. It's got one with like a shrinky dink dyed in the wool. Some little ones, teardrop. But yeah, I love it.
Yes.
She had a couple different colors.
I like it.
Then, Inga Rose needed a middleman for her Knit Picks Felici because they don't ship to Iceland. So I said, Amy, tell her I'll do it on Instagram. And she said, okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And then she said, I'll send you chocolate. And I said, excellent plus. But, so I got, you can try some.
Yes. Inga Rose.
I got this one's my favorite, Toffee Icelandic Sea Salt.
Oh, I love sea salt.
Then orange. It's just a hint with like all Rice Krispie things and Oreo. Big mess on the table. So this
I
is
can't
Oreo
believe
from
you
my-
made a mess on my kitchen table.
And then she surprised me with a skein of her hand-dyed yarn. She sells on Etsy. From the Shire is the name of her
Is that the volcano?
store. This is the volcano colorway. And it's
Can you tell
75.
I've stalked her Etsy?
I know, me too. I love the glacier.
I want the ice. I don't think it's called. Oh, it doesn't matter.
75-25 merino nylon. So thank
Ice
you,
Cave.
Inga Rose. I love it. Oh, is that the one I'm thinking of?
What's the base called? Does
Oh, yeah.
Does that matter?
I don't know how to say it.
Silja or Cilia?
Silja. 7525. 425 meters for 100 grams. It's really soft. And I feel like, see, it's like all gorgeousness. A little bit
Volcano-y.
of orange and
Icelandic volcanoes.
gray. She sent me a postcard with a volcano that is near a glacier, which sounds crazy, right? And she said it's right in her neighborhood.
Cool.
Yeah,
I don't have a volcano near a glacier in my neighborhood.
I'll be your middleman anytime for chocolate and or yarn.
Holla!
Oh, speaking of which,
I need to shop for candy.
Yeah, talk about our swap after.
Yeah, because I need to shop. Amy Lynn.
I won a prize.
Yes!
I entered.
Really
well,
good one.
Speaking, because we were talking about don't mind triple dip, double dip. I
Right.
entered the same pair of socks in like 5 different giveaways, 5 different KALs. And I won from the
Pin Feathers and Pearls.
Pin Feathers and Pearls
With Candace.
and
Yoshi.
the Fawn and the Fox, right?
Yeah, I think
and
I
the
did
Fawn
a
and the
joint.
Fox did a cookie jar KAL, and you did cookie A patterns. And I won from Pin Feathers and Pearls side. And I won Haverland Yarns. They're this cute little Yama. Some of them have, I think they're alpacas.
Probably.
Because they have skinnier necks.
Look at this one with star glasses.
I like the bunny one. And then this guy
Oh.
on the other side. Super fun. It's a very sturdy bag. It's not very thick, but I can fit socks. I have a pair of socks in here, but
It's almost like makeup bag.
it's very
is like a makeup
sturdy.
bag.
Very sturdy. And then in her little detachable thing. Love it. And it came with the Franken Socks kit.
She gave me one of them.
She gave me one of them too.
It was so nice.
And, well, because I have other minis, so I can just put those in instead.
And I never use a whole skein of yarn for my socks. Sometimes it seems like half.
So
Yeah.
I'm thinking of
Need to
doing
make a pair like
the Pixel Up.
Oh yeah. Look at this one. Show that one. Show the yes.
Oh,
look how
from-
cute
This is
that
my
one
favorite.
is.
I told her,
From Kemper.
I said, you can't
Take this one.
take this one.
Pick a mini, but don't pick
because
this one.
these are Seahawks colors. So I need to find out what this is. Does
Yeah, find out
anybody
what
know
yarn that is?
what
It's
yarn from
Haverland.
Haverland? I know it's
Oh, what
Haverland,
color?
but
Oh,
what
tell
color
me,
this is?
Adrienne.
Oh, sorry.
Because I want to buy it and make Tony some socks out
You
of it.
can ask her on Instagram. I follow her on
Make my
Instagram.
Oh yeah, so do I. I guess I could ask her. I'll ask her. Never mind. But if you do know, just pop it in because that would be fun too. Because they're Seattle Seahawks colors. She probably doesn't know that, but I do, and I want to
She
make
might.
Tony some. But they're just. I'm really excited to do these. So yeah, Kemper does Pixel Up socks, and I want to do that because I have minis. I have lots of minis now. So pretty, so pretty. So, and that's, oh, well, I already talked about the yarn, the English garden yarn I bought last time. So,
Okay.
that's it.
I have some procurements. So I bought the knit picks for my sweater, and then I also decided that I would like to buy some Felici.
I want some too.
So I bought 2 bowls, 2 50-gram bowls of Felici in Kaleidoscope. So
I don't know if I could tell that it was green on the website. I mean, gray.
I know. It's gray. That's gray. So I'm very excited about that. And I think I'm going to do the Smooth Operator Socks by Susan B. Anderson because I want to try that heel out. It is an afterthought heel, but she...
Revised it.
Yeah, she did revise it, but it's an afterthought heel, but she puts the heel in before she finishes the sock, which is kind of cool. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So when you purchased a certain amount of money on Knit Picks, you got a free skein of a new yarn coming out. So this is what it is.
Did you get to
Shocking.
pick the color?
Shocking pink. No, it just comes. It's mystery yarn. So this is a Mighty
Ooh, it's
Stitch
soft.
super bulky. It's 20% superwash Australian wool, 80% acrylic. It's 44 yards for 100 grams.
Whoa.
Super bulky. So I think I'm going to use this as a giveaway. because I won't use it.
Yeah, it'd be cute with something else.
Yeah.
Bulky hat.
Or like if you did like color work.
Bulky hat for a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that.
That would look hilarious on Charlotte. A big
And she would wear it. She'd wear it inside
with a
my
big fat
pink.
pom pom.
my pink.
my pink.
Do you want it?
No, use it as a giveaway.
Okay, fine. You can have it if you want it. It was
You
free.
just said.
But maybe I won't. Sorry, guys. Okay. After our last podcast, we went on a field trip and we went to the Knit. And I bought
I like that
Schopel
one.
Edition 6. I had to look up the colorway because I don't speak German. It's Talpunkt and it is Dew Point. So the
Wow.
number is
Oh, it looks like it.
1516. I really
like
liked
those
it. And it's funny
colors.
how things get balled up because some balls I was like, oh, I love this. And some balls I was like, same color. So this is what the color repeat will look like. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't love Zauberball, original Zauberball because it's not plied. So I don't love that. But this one is, and I don't love barber pulling, but for some reason I like this.
Oh, they're pretty colors.
So I think I'll like knitting with this one a little bit better because it's obviously not a single ply.
Is there more yardage with?
Oh, I don't
Like,
know.
I'm just curious between these two.
This is, sorry. So this is 420 meters to 100 grams.
Okay.
And that
This is 300 for 50 grams.
300
Oh, it's only
meters
a
for
50
50
gram ball.
grams. It is?
I guess so.
Yeah, but it's 300 meters.
Yeah, it's done. That's almost
Oh.
like lace weight.
Really? Oh.
How's it knitting up for you?
I like it. It doesn't feel like lace weight. It feels like, and I'm knitting them on zeros, and it feels like a sock.
Weird.
Like,
You should be able to get regular socks out of them.
Yeah.
It's 300 meters, so you're
Okay.
that's why I wound mine into two and just.
Good. My plan.
start toe up.
My plan will still work.
Did you
Yeah.
see the
Just start
the,
toe
the
up
look
and-
of fright on her face? It's like, huh?
I think I might just do
Because it
vanilla.
feels
Because it looked
Yeah.
weird, so I'm like, wait a minute, that looks small. That's why I was asking.
Yeah. No, whatever. Okay, that's that. Moving
Now
on.
we know.
Oh my gosh, guys! I bought Lolo Did It.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
She was holding in on us. I didn't see it yet. Beautiful.
Lauren is her name. From Lolo Did It. She's in Vegas.
Really? Meanwhile, we're saving up for Rhinebeck.
well, she doesn't have kids.
Ain't got no kids.
She got a baby.
I have a baby now. We'll talk about that in a minute.
And an awesome job.
So I got OMG Unicorns. This is on her everyday sock, which is 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon, 100 grams for 463 yards.
Yeah, it looks thinner, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does look a little thin.
Not in a bad way.
And
Just
I
like
got-
observation way.
A 20-gram mini of everyday sock, Lil Lolo, and Beauty School Dropout. So I'm going to do contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs.
I don't know if you'll have enough for all three. Maybe you'll have to.
See, I did these contrasting heels and toes.
Yeah.
I'm going to show it real quick. That was also 20 grams, and I had some left over.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I'll just do a
toe up
thin
anyway.
band on the top. You know, like the
Are you
grocery
doing toe
girls
up
do?
anyway?
I'm not sure. I think I'm going to do cuff down.
Oh, okay.
And just do a couple of rows.
If I run out, I'll do I won't do a contrasting toe because no one sees it. It's in my shoe.
True.
And this is pretty.
That's how socks work.
Yeah, that's how socks work. Grocery girls do like a thin band of contrasting on the top of their cuffs.
I think
so
she
I
even
might try
said that all they do is cast on with the color.
Yeah.
And then start.
Do they? That's
Yeah.
cool. So I think
Or
I'll do
they'll
that.
bind off
plenty.
a shawl on it.
I think I'll do that.
Look at it. I love how the grocery girls, they kind of do even a heel that, like, it might match, but there's none of that in it.
Yeah.
Go back to sleep.
Okay. That is. That's it. Okay.
That's it. You got a puppy.
And other procurements.
No, is that everything? Mate?
That's all my procurements.
Right.
Nod to pod. Do we have podcasts we'd like to quickly talk about because this is a long one?
I don't have a podcast, but I do have a show.
A show.
A show. But if anybody else has podcasts, I can talk about
I don't.
remember.
I know, I've been really bad. Sorry. I've been watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
Jump on Stranger Things, people.
Oh, I heard about Stranger
Is
Things.
that sci-fi though?
It
I don't
is-
like sci-fi.
It is sci-fi, but because everyone was saying horror, and when I think horror,
Don't look her up, then I'm going to have to take her out.
I think
But she's gonna come over here.
Texas
Then we
Chainsaw
could just say
Massacre
Okay.
or Alien.
Yeah.
That to me is horror. This is more of a sci-fi thriller.
Good.
Oh.
And so it's neat.
80s references, I've heard.
80s. It's not 80s reference. It is
Set in the 80s.
set in the 80s. And they do, you think you were watching the Goonies. It is amazing. The music,
What?
the clothes, the way they do things is amazing. Winona Ryder is fantastic.
Oh, I didn't know
She's
she
in
was
it? Oh, now I have
The
to
dude from, oh gosh, why can't I remember his name? He was in The
He was in
Equalizer.
that thing, that
No,
show with that girl.
he was in The Equalizer. You know him if you see him. You see his face and you're like, holy expletive. You're so excited. And the kids are amazing. It totally leaves and it ends good, but it leaves it open for them to do. And I know season 2 is in the works. So I'm like, I don't know if it's the
Stranger
same
Things.
people or if they're just going to do Stranger Things, a
Oh.
different thing. But it is good.
It's good.
So watch,
Watch
it.
it.
Don't take that horror reference as blood and guts and oh my gosh, I can't watch it because it's just more
Not slasher.
it's suspenseful. I'd say thriller suspense. I wouldn't say horror. And I don't like horror, so because I don't like Alien. I like sci-fi. I didn't like the Alien movies. I just don't like that yucky stuff. But
Did you want to talk about the candy swap, though?
yes,
Oh,
let's
first-
talk about this.
So-
Before we call her over?
Everybody should have gotten their partners, and I put the 21st, August 21st as a mail out date, but if you guys decide you need a little more time between each other, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you can't swap anymore, just let us know and we'll take care of it, no problem. Just let us know. And I can't wait.
I can't wait either. I have to go
Exciting.
shopping.
I already got all my candy.
Who are you swapping with?
Yeska. Nick Gizmo. She used to have a podcast. She needs
Yeah,
to
she hasn't done it in a long time.
She needs to do it.
Um,
She's in Canada right now. I told her I want it, and she lives in the UK. And I told her that I needed some of that. Is it Nestle Flake? Yum. I
Okay.
got too much candy though. It's like tons. Almond Joy. And,
Moving on to living the dream.
do you need to get her?
I got a dog. I have a baby who I'm gonna try to get. She's sleeping. Lizzie, come on, baby. Come on,
We'll
Lizzie.
do this at the end so she can go potty right after.
Come on, Lizzie. There she is. Come on, baby. Come on, big girl.
What a
Good girl. Yes. This is my dog.
Oh, moaning. Oh,
Her name
mommy,
is
so hard.
Elizabeth Bennett, and she's a Great Dane, and I love her. She's
She
a
is-
dream come true.
She has
old is
puppy
she now?
breath.
She is 11 weeks today, and she just woke up. She sleeps all the time. Lizzie, say hi.
She's got the cutest little nose with white,
Oh, she's such a doll baby.
with puppy breath and needle teeth.
Yes.
Oh,
She's very
what a
fresh.
good girl.
She talks back all the time when I tell her no. And she's very mouthy.
And she's gonna start school.
And she's going to start school in 2 weeks.
And she says, "Where's the chocolate? You can't have it. It's too good and it's bad for you."
You're so good girl. You're so
And look
good
at these
girl.
feet are like huge.
So last time we weighed her was, I think,
She's like,
a week and a half
I smell
ago. A week and a half ago. And she was 21 pounds. So we'll see. She's going to the vet today for her shots. So we'll see how much she weighs today. But she's a big girl. I almost can't hold her
You can always
anymore.
put it in when you edit since you're doing it today.
I know. I felt
Stay tuned for how much
I
she
was
weighs.
hurting after we babysat her because I was picking her up too much. I'm like, oh, she's too big.
Sweet baby.
And she's a big, rough puppy. So we'll see.
Get a little bit bigger, you'll be able to play with my puppy just as much as you want.
I'll insert a video, too, of her trying to steal my spot.
Oh, hilarious.
Oh, you're going to try to get up on the table?
Yeah, she's like, I smell chocolate. And I see yarn. Look at that little nose. She's got a little white mother nose.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. I guess we will see you in a couple weeks, and we'll see how big she is then. Bye.
Bye.